What's up, YouTube? This is CoolStoryBrobat here, bringing you Narrated Showdown Battle number 105. This is something different. This is RU. Forgive me for breathing so heavily. I ran to do something. I just came back to my computer just to narrate this battle, and I'm out of breath almost. Alright, anyway, this is RU. This was during the RU suspect test. They were recently testing Dragalge, Serperior, and Mega Pidgeot in the tier, and this battle was like January 27th, like almost 3 weeks ago, really. Well, a little bit over 2 weeks ago. And this battle here was one of the more interesting ones I had. As many games as I played, I did manage to get requirements to vote for the suspect test in RU. Voted to ban all 3 of them mugs. Excuse me. As many battles as I did play in RU, I only saved like 2 of them, and this is one of them. They were both very interesting battles. A lot of them were, but I just saved these 2 because I was focusing on grinding like crazy. And I did better on those 3 days of playing RU than I've done in UU in over like 6 months. But anyway, let's talk about this team I got here. This is like the second team I was using. The first one I made, I liked it, but it wasn't doing too well, so I gave up and scrapped it and started over with this, and this is the team that won me. That got me requirements. I wanted to try out Life Orb because he recently got the ability Reckless, and so I wanted to try out a Reckless set with Flare Blitz, Sucker Punch, Wild Charge, and I think it was Superpower. Yeah, it's a pretty solid set. Emboar is like one of the most ridiculous wall breakers. It's just unfortunate that he often kills himself while killing the Pokemon that you need him to murder. Like sort of like a little mini Victini, but his move gets him like half his health gone instead of just dropping his stats. Swords Dance Doublade. Doublade is a beast in RU. He's really cool. I run some funky amount of speed creep on this thing to beat like certain Rhyperiors. Some dude told me and I just went with it and I'm like, yeah, this is cool. Swords Dance Doublade, good guy. Mixed Mega Abomasnow with Ice Shard. So even though this team is like bulky offense, I have like 3 priority users here so I can check offense pretty nicely. My defensive core is alright, I guess. You know, Rhyperior, defensive Rhyperior, Stealth Rock Roar, Rock Blast Earthquake, straightforward set. Golbat with Defogger, physically defensive, helps me check fighting types, but he also is a decent check to Serperior, and to a somewhat lesser extent, Mega Sceptile. And lastly, Alomomola. Yeah, Alomomola, cool, passes wishes to keep the whole team healthy, and it sort of glues everything together, I guess you could say. So yeah, there are a few threats to my team, but I think I managed to round them out. Like Jolteon, for instance, is an issue, but I can kind of cover it. Electros is probably the scariest Pokemon for this team to ever face, which is kind of weird. But yeah, Electros is a big issue, but I don't see too many of them, fortunately. I did during that suspect test because Pidgeot was everywhere. That's a different case. Now, Magnegon here, his team, he's got dual fire spam going on here. That's something to watch out for, because I only have like so many fire checks, you know. It's just Rhyperior and Alomomola for real, and they can get overloaded real easily, so I gotta watch out for that. Serperior is also kind of a problem. I have Golbat to keep it in check and Doublade at the same time, so I'm not too worried about it. I think the next, yeah, I mean, really, it's just those 3 things here. Is this and this. Slow King's not as much of an issue between Abomasnow and Emboar and Doublade, so I shouldn't have too many problems with that, even though Slow King is typically known to carry Fire Blast. I shouldn't have too many problems without speeding and murdering it. Yeah. Gligar gets slayed by freaking Blizzard. Yeah. We should be straight. I'm more interested though in what sets this Emboar and this Delphox is running. Like usually I've seen like Life Orb Calm Mind. I'm thankful that this guy's not using Houndoom, because Houndoom is also a problem for this team. But yeah, he could be like Scarf Delphox, I guess Specs or something with Trick. It could be Life Orb Calm Mind, or he could be Scarf Emboar. You know, it's really just wondering what the heck these sets are running and how they plan a wall break. I'm pretty sure this isn't like Swords Dance Cobaline. This is obviously Stealth Rock. This is a Defog user here. Serperior is also kind of a nuisance, but not too big of one. So yeah, let's just see how this all plays out now. So I lead off with my Emboar. He leads off with Simba, his Cobaline, immediately switches out to his Gligar. I Flare Blitz it. Look at that. It does like a clean 50% to this Gligar. I do another one. I get a somewhat lower roll, but unfortunately for him, it gets a burn on his Gligar. He U-turns on me, so I guess I can't really complain about that play. I do apologize for the hacks. He sends out his Cobra line, and I know now that, you know, close combat would murder me. So I'm gonna switch into my Golbat here. I know that he's gonna use Stealth Rock here. I go for Brave Bat, smack him around a bit because he has a -1 defense. These things tend to taunt you. I know how these Cobra line play. Everybody does the same thing. They'll always taunt you to keep you from defogging, of course. So I'm just Brave Bird him again. I'm not gonna fall for that. He Volt switches, does a decent amount to me, switches out to his Gligar, sacrifices it to his Brave Bird. And my Golbat's kind of low on steam as he sends in his Delphox. I'm not trying to sweat it. I go to my Alomomola. He makes a prediction, goes for Grass Knot. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage, so I'm not too worried about it now. And the fact he switches out shows me he's like some type of choice set. I think he's Scarf because, you know, if he was Life Orb, I would have seen the recoil. If he's Specs, I would have done more. So I definitely know. I wish I send in a Abomasnow, take the Side Shock, and heal back up. Giga Drain. Slowking, of course, isn't going to die to it. However, unfortunately, Abomasnow wasn't going to do much else to his team besides like maybe Ice Shard is superior. So I didn't really need Abomasnow that much. I use it as a free turn to send in my Golbat to use Defog because everything else on his team outspeeds and probably kills my Golbat. So after defogging, I send in Emboar, use Wild Charge, murder his Slowking with Wild Charge, and he sends in his Superior. Shoutouts to Metal Gear Solid. I Sucker Punch him, does a decent amount to him, 45%. He hits me with the Leaf Storm, hurts like heck. He's Life Orb, so between the Life Orb and the hail damage, he's getting worn down pretty badly. I send in Doublade. I go for a Shadow Sneak here, hoping it kills him. Between the Life Orb and the hail damage will kill him, but I managed to survive this anyway. The hail wears off. I still managed to Shadow Sneak him. It's all good. He sends in Emboar. Double switches, goes back to his Delphox. I go to my Rhyperior. I predict the Grass Knot. It's too easy. But he catches me with the switcheroo and sends a Choice Scarf to my Alomomola, and then Grass Knots me. So that was a good play on his part. That's a real nice series of plays there. I Scald him. I'm taking Grass Knots. I decide after the second Scald, I decide I'm gonna switch out and just sack my Rhyperior. I need Doublade alive because Doublade is actually sort of my win condition. Rhyperior is not gonna help me too much here, as much as I hate to say that. So he goes to his Delphox. He switches out his Delphox, goes to his Cobra line as I go for the Shadow Sneak. He's gonna Volt Switch here. I predict that knowing none of his moves can kill me. I go for Shadow Claw, does a nice amount to his Emboar, and I'm gonna be huge here. I'm going to go to my now Scarfed Alomomola, and I'm going to just use Wish. I use Wish here as he goes for another Flare Blitz. It does enough just to kill my Alomomola. I send in my Doublade, and this is a 50-50. It's a huge 50-50 because Emboar could carry Sucker Punch, and his Sucker Punch would outspeed my Shadow Sneak and kill me. But at the same time, if I tried to Swords Dance predicting Sucker Punch, he could have Flare Blitzed me again and I would have died. But unfortunately, much to Magnegon's dismay, he didn't know that Wish still works if the Pokemon using it faints. It only fails if the Pokemon receiving the Wish faints, and Doublade did not faint, so I managed to get the Wish up, managed to kill off his Emboar, set up a Swords Dance on his Cobra line, and pretty much proceeded to sweep the entire team at +2. It was clutch as heck. It was sick. Like I said, he didn't know about the Wish mechanics. He knows now. But this battle was literally a 50-50. It was a little 50-50 because, like I said, I could have been Sucker Punched as I went for Shadow Sneak, and I would have lost right then and there. And I was like, I honestly took like about a solid minute sitting there pondering whether I wanted to do this or not. I decided I'm gonna just go for Shadow Sneak and hope he doesn't Sucker Punch me. Fortunately, it did work out in my favor. I managed to receive the Wish, and that's what clinched me the game. So yeah, it was real tight. Good game, Magnegon. Real good game right there. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and favorite if you want to see more battles. There's definitely going to be more on the way. Peace.